Hey guys, Martin here from Sound7. Welcome back to the plugin folder. I thought we'd do a little session on the new Soundtoys reverb-ish plugin called SpaceBlender. We can see it here. At the time of making this video, it is free. F-R-E-E, free. You have exactly 4 days to grab this from Soundtoys website if you catch this video in time. If you're seeing this video at a later date and that promotion has ended, sorry you missed out. However, SpaceBlender is still available on our website, on Soundtoys website, other retailers, but go to Sound7. You can get it in the Soundtoys bundle. You can get it as its own plugin. Let's have a look at it. So it just came out a few days ago. It's kind of a bit like the Valhalla Shimmer, with some other features thrown in. Here's the blurb. Looks cool. I'm not going to bore anyone with it. It's available on the website if you want to have a read of that. We just care about how it sounds and what we can do with it, don't we? So let's dig in. Okay, so we're going to load up the old SpaceBlender. Let's name this loop as loop. What we're going to do is we're going to send it to an aux, because that's going to be tidy. SpaceBlender aux. Crank the mix, and let's listen to what we got. Sounds super good, so good, so good. So we've got time, it's basically decay length. Sync just syncs the time to BPM from the DAW. Color is like almost like the high frequency, low frequency damping you would get on traditional reverb. If you crank color up, it kind of punches the high frequencies out into the reverb tail more. Put it on low, does a similar thing for the low end. Texture in the middle, it's almost like you've got a kind of no EQ on. But if you pump up the texture, it's almost like it's lifting a low pass filter off the high end, so you can hear more of the highs. Likewise, texture on the low kind of takes out the high end and gives you more of the low end. So it's basically like a low pass filter. Mod is the modulation, the movement of the decay and the space. Mix is, as it says, freeze. Freezes the whole of the reverb. And you can play with the space in real time, which is really neat. And that's, you can automate that parameter as well. And you've got warp, which is kind of like, I don't know, it's so cool. It's kind of like a tape stop effect. Hey guys, remember, this is free right now. Free, gotta get this. And there's no artifacts when it's doing that. It's so nice. So you can use it like a normal shimmer. You could use it like a traditional reverb for some things. But we're going to create some textures out of this. And we're going to do it in such a way that we're going to record out the reverb to a separate channel. And we're going to use that as a loop. And you could do this time and time again. It's always going to give you different results. If your source material is slightly different, or you apply some effects on the source material, or you're changing the parameters and you're just using different parameters each run, then this is going to give you an infinite amount of usable textures, atmospheres, textures that you can then apply effects to turn into rises, drops, other effects. So this is a super cool technique, and one you should definitely give a go. It's quite simple. So what we're going to do is, so we've got the aux there. Delete that spare one. I don't need that. We're going to add a new audio channel, and what we're going to do is suck out the audio from our reverb SpaceBlender channel, stick it in its own channel. So, and then we're going to record that. So we're only recording the reverb sound, the wet sound, not with the loop included. So I want to grab the out here. Now I want to grab the in, and I want tracks. I want SpaceBlender aux. Don't want to monitor it because that's going to double up, because I'm going to hear it in the aux and I'm going to hear it on the monitoring channel. But I do want to arm the record. I do want to arm the recording because that's what we need to record it. So let's find now a little snippet of tail that we can use, and we're going to freeze that so we can get it ready for our record. I'm going to turn the sync on. So it's going to give me some rhythmic vibe as well. So just playing with parameters to see what we get, the kind of area that we like. Let's try this. I'm going to record. Unfreeze that. We'll just stick this over here. And we're just going to do another run without the sync as well. Let's try that. Now let's hear this in isolation. Pretty neat, and let's hear this one. Okay, so I think we'll use this one, more linear on the dynamic range, so we can use it more of a texture. I'm going to normalize it, so we're pressing N there, and verb texture. I'm just going to save this. Yes, textures. Let's do some things with this now. What I want to do is I'm kind of going to want to loop it. So we want it back there. I'm going to double that. Double that. I'm going to double click on that. I'm going to give it some fade in, fade out across each region. Now we can do some things to process this for our texture. So if you haven't seen it already, I would encourage you to go and check out the video on Saturn 2 that I did last episode, because it's going to be applicable. I'm using it here, and we're going to chop up and just bring out some of that, lift out some of that texture that we want, particularly in the mids. Now I'm going to add Filter Freak 1 just to bring down the low pass a bit. And I think what I'm going to do is another one of those. Some mod. That's synced. I'm going to reduce the mix on this one, so we still get some of the texture kind of coming through. And just a pumper type effect. We'll just see first how it sounds on its own before we add that in. So we've got a bit of a texture now, and let's add drums. There we go. Texture. It's almost like a bass line, but not quite. But you stick a bass line underneath that, on top of that, kind of in the mid-range, it's literally going to sing. That's so cool. And because we made it from our loop, it's going to be in the same key as our loop. So let's bring that down. Just evolve slightly. And now we'll bring the original walks back in, just to also give us a bit of actual space. I mean, that is a vibe on its own. I could listen to that literally on its own all day. All day. It's so good. A hat in as well. You get it? You get it. So good. That's how I would use this in a production, and that's how I will be using it in a production to be getting those really cool, gnarly results. And don't forget, you can bounce these, you could, what could we do here? We could glue this, glue that piece down. I could just bounce this section out now. It's just a little mini texture. I could apply additional processing to that and save it off as a new texture. I could change my source material, and I'm already set up here in the aux buses and everything just to hit record the new textures. And you can just keep doing this, just try different source material, vocals, bass lines, even drums for more rhythmic stuff, pads, record those tails out, it's texture after texture, and do stuff with the textures, and fill up your sample folder, guys, and get using it in your productions. Really neat trick, really easy to do. Results are stunning, sound so good. So there we are. It's available free right now. 4 days left to grab this. As I said earlier, if you've missed it, sorry you missed out. Might be a promo on Soundtoys website in future. I don't know, Soundtoys are Soundtoys. They've got promos here and there. But if not, it's available on our website. Lots of free stuff there for you guys to download and enjoy and use in your productions, royalty free, no obligation. Check it out. Great plugins available. And we will see you at the next episode of the Plugin Folder. Thanks for sticking around. Good to have you here, and see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.